Hi everyone, welcome back to The Mystic in the Woods. I'm Kate, and today we are going to talk about getting more out of your daily draw. So there's a lot of talk in the community about daily tarot or oracle draws, about, generally saying, asking like, what do I need to know today, pulling a card, and then going about your day. This is especially beneficial, in my opinion, for anyone who is still learning the meanings of the cards. It gives you a way to work with the cards every day. It gives you something that can either be a longer practice or a very short practice, and we're going to talk about that. But I also think that, there have been times in my life where, a daily draw has really just fallen flat for me. It starts to take the magic out of the tarot or something, drawing them every single day. So I wanted to talk about a few different ways that you might be able to get more out of your daily draw. And these are just supposed to be ideas. This is not a list of things you need to do. So the first one, which I've talked about before, is pulling a daily and an evening card. So in the morning, and this is still one of my favorite ways to use the tarot on a daily practice. So to start the day, asking for a general card. What do I need to know today? What themes or energies am I going to be dealing with? How can I stay grounded today? These are the types of questions I tend to ask. How can I move through my day in alignment? And then pulling a card. If I have time to journal, great. And then I go about my day. And at the end of the day, I ask, what do I need to know about how fill in the blank card played out throughout my day today? So let's see. Okay, I've got the Lion Strider's Tarot. It's the only one sitting right here. So if I draw in the morning and I say, what themes and energies do I need to know today? Okay, about my day today. And I pull the Seven of Cups. Okay, so then in the evening I can say, what do I need to know about how the Seven of Cups played out in my day? And I get the Magician. Now I can look at how these two cards work together, how they played out in my day, and how the Magician applies to the Seven of Cups. And I can very specifically look at them and see how they acted in my day. So this can really help you to unearth new meanings and layers to cards. It can help you get a grasp on cards that maybe are a little bit slippery for you. So the Three of Swords was one of those. I had trouble, I knew what the Three of Swords was, but I had trouble reading the Three of Swords. And then I pulled the Three of Swords one day, and all of a sudden there was a moment in my day where it was here's your Three of Swords moment. And then at the end of the day, I pulled my second card, and it helped to really clarify for me what the Three of Swords actually means. Not just on an intellectual level, but what it really truly means for me. So it can help you do that. And it can help you really get to know the cards and how they work for you. So I really, really like that as a daily draw practice. Morning card, evening card. So the other thing that you can do is you can try a short spread and try doing that daily and see how that works for you. I've had periods of my life where a short 2 or 3 card spread has done a lot more for me than a daily single card draw. Now, I would not recommend more than 2 or 3 cards personally, then it starts to get very big for a single day. But something I'm just looking at, I have a list of 3 card spreads here, right, that I keep around. So today's theme, today's blessing, and today's obstacle, embrace, continue, release, problem, solution, advice, these types of spreads, these very short, to the point 3 card spreads. And over time, you can develop one that works really well for you to work with your day. You can also use oracle cards for that, and draw an oracle card as kind of spread position 1, and then your tarot card for spread position 2. So another way to get more out of your daily draw is to use 2 decks, one to create the question and one to create an answer. So for me, again, and maybe this is the recurring theme here you're seeing, is I start to struggle with questions to ask on a daily basis. So I really enjoy using, personally, oracle decks that come with questions in the guidebook, and then then 2 to 3 tarot cards after that, and then I can journal from there. So let me do a quick example. Okay, so we're going to use my Divine Feminine Oracle, and we're going to use the Lion Strider's Tarot. Woodland Wardens also has questions in the guidebook. You can certainly do this with tarot, 2 tarot decks, or even just 1 tarot deck, because I do love to look at the tarot as a set of 78 questions. So instead of each card providing me an answer, each card providing me a different question, I really like to use the tarot that way. That might be a different video. But, so first we're going to draw 1 card for my Divine Feminine Oracle. And we're going to grab, hold on. Okay, so first we're going to draw 1 card for my Divine Feminine Oracle. All right, we get Pope Joan. The possibilities are limitless because the soul is limitless. Now, I'm going to go into the guidebook. I'm going to look for Pope Joan. 40. Now, of course, I can read the whole guidebook to get my message. I can journal on just this card, all kinds of things. But this deck has a soul voice meditation in it, which I like to use the question for this. So what helps me to remember that what helps me to remember that all things are still possible for me? So Pope Joan is asking me, how can I remember that things are still possible for me? How can I hold on to that feeling of possibility? So from there, I can draw however many tarot cards I feel like drawing. Let's just draw like 2 to answer that question. So I'm going to ask my tarot deck that question. And we have got the 6 of Pentacles and the 5 of Pentacles. All right, so now I can look at these 2 tarot cards to answer the question that Pope Joan asked me. And then I can, of course, meditate and journal from there. Okay? This is one of my favorite ways to do daily draws. To find out what question I need to be asking from my Oracle deck, and to get a jumping off point for journaling from my tarot deck. This is one of my favorite ways to use to do daily draws. And then finally, consider a monthly or a weekly tarot practice along with or instead of a daily card practice. So I have a monthly practice that I really love that I start on the new moon. I have cards from that spread that stay out on the altar all month. I revisit it on the full moon, these types of things. This works really well for me, really helps me to connect to my practice and my path and my card work. Sometimes more so than a daily draw, depending on where I am in my life. So I talked a lot about creating a spiritual practice that works for you in my last video. And I should have mentioned this there. Considering a weekly or a monthly practice instead of a daily practice can be very impactful. I have personally not experimented a lot with a weekly tarot practice, but I know that a lot of people have a lot of success with that and really enjoy it. So I think that that's something to consider. So, of course, you can find all the information at the link in the description, website, Instagram, all that stuff. And I will see you guys in the next video. If you have any questions or anything you want me to expand upon from this one, go ahead and throw it in the comments. See you later.